Okay. Hello. Okay, good. Everyone can hear me. So just welcome. Today we're going to talk about AI at production scale with Cloudera's inference service using NVIDIA. And I have with me Jake Bankston from Cloudera, who is a technical evangelism director, and I'm Judy Lee, senior manager in product marketing at NVIDIA. So you can see us again. So I just wanted to go over just like what generative AI is and what it has meant for enterprises. So in 2022, you can see that it was really an explosion for generative AI. I mean, this is when ChatGPT was announced, and that really transformed how enterprises and businesses work, like how we wrote email, how we created content. And then moving to 2023, that's when we see a lot of enterprises just trying to figure out what does generative AI mean to them. So there was a lot of experimentation, a lot of proof of concepts and experimentation on how to transform their business. And today in 2024 and beyond, we see a lot of enterprises moving into production, like making generative AI work for them, where they can see the increase in productivity and business transformation. So I just want to go over what NVIDIA has done. So we had announced earlier this year NVIDIA NIM, which is our accelerated runtime for generative AI. So it's a set of easy to use microservices that helps enterprises develop and deploy Gen AI applications. So what NVIDIA NIM is, it is for each of our models. So we're using both community-based models, NVIDIA models, and custom models. It includes a pre-built container and Helm chart that helps enterprises deploy their Gen AI application easily. And this is also using and based on industry standard APIs. And we also support custom models. And with this, you're able to deploy anywhere, so including with Cloudera on AWS instances. And it really helps organizations speed time to market and increases the throughput and accuracy of their applications and models. So I just wanted to just take a little bit of time just to show what the improvement in accuracy and throughput. So this is using Llama 3.1. So we're showing NIM on and NIM off, and this is both on accelerated compute using our GPUs. With NIM off, you can see what the throughput is, a little bit over 3,000 tokens a second, and turning NIM on, which is using our NVIDIA NIM, which is part of our NVIDIA AI Enterprise software platform. You can see like the massive increase of tokens, almost 3 times more improved throughput. And depending on the models and the infrastructure that you use, you can see about 2 to 5 times increase in throughput. So with this really helps enterprises, speed time to market, like bring their Gen AI applications to production. And what this means in terms of our partnership with Cloudera is we have worked together with Cloudera to include NVIDIA NIM in their AI inference service. So I'm just going to pass this over to Jake just to go over our partnership as well as the work we've done together.
Thank you. So Cloudera AI Inference Service is a new service Cloudera launched just about a month ago. And as Judy talked about, NVIDIA obviously was a first choice for us as a partner to design this AI inference service. No shocker there, NVIDIA has become ubiquitous with AI. And so we are very interested in NIM because of throughput that they're able to achieve of that and having those optimized model containers. So at the very core of the AI inference service is NVIDIA NIM microservices. Around that though, Cloudera has provided additional auto-scaling and high availability within our environment, as well as enterprise security and governance. As Cloudera, that's something that you should always expect with Cloudera SDX, and as well enhanced monitoring of that. So monitoring not only like your throughput and as well your latency, but as well the way that the model is acting. And all those things combined together create the Cloudera AI inference service. Now this is in tandem with other services that Cloudera provides, namely the Cloudera AI Workbench. So this is where you can develop, where you can fine tune, you can develop RAG applications. There's a development environment for that, as well as the ability to connect with MLflow for experimentation and tracking of that. This is well connected to our Cloudera AI model registry. So this is where you go to pull in your open source models like your Llama, Cohere, Falcon, Mistral, anything that's been optimized within the NVIDIA containers that are available, we can port and bring into the Cloudera AI inference service. This is what feeds into other things that you're building within Cloudera, so like your AI apps, your business intelligence, or as well the Cloudera AI assistants that we recently launched. And that's actually what I'll be demoing here in a little bit, is how that you can easily connect this to make sure that your models are running within your own infrastructure, which is a big differentiator. If we think about what's going on in AI right now, a lot of it is about making sure that you keep your data private, your interactions private. So we can guarantee that everything is running within your environment in AWS or on premises as well. That's one of the Cloudera promises of being hybrid and being able to deploy this in lots of different locations. So if we think about what we see as far as the development of generative AI, is a lot of people early on will tend towards the fast track AI services. They're thinking about being able to build against these APIs that are hosted by other companies. It's perfect for simple experimentation, but not always for advanced enterprise needs. When we start going through and adding in our own data for retrieval augmented generation, we start to have concerns around that data being exposed to the model, as well as the interactions with the developers or anyone interacting with that model. We want to make sure that that is kept private, and some of these large organizations that are naturally incentivized to get as much data as you can, we can't always trust them. So we start thinking about that, about the customizability that we need. We start to think about, all right, we might want a little bit more enterprise AI control, and that's where we see the AI inference service being perfect for our customers. Really, it's about making it very easy to take these open source models and to host it within your environment. So not a long time to value. Once you go through this early experimentation, start to add that enterprise AI control around it. At the end of the day, if I was to summarize everything that is provided with the Cloudera AI inference with NVIDIA, is first of all, one-click deployment. I'll show you how easy it is to get started to be able to host the model within your environment. Anyone here that's a developer that has gone through the pain of trying to make this work, it's not easy. We actually had to do a lot of development work to make sure that our environments could support these models, because some are very, very large. But through the support of NVIDIA, we built this service to be able to make it very easy to deploy models within your environment. The other is one security. So having one security layer for all of your data, for all of your applications, is very valuable for your audit teams to be able to guarantee that you don't have any data leakage, that you can keep bad actors out of your environment. So we provide one security. It's one platform. So when you're building something like retrieval augmented generation, there's lots of data coming from lots of different places. If you're managing that through lots of different platforms and services, it can be a bit of a pain to be able to make that all work together and make sure that you have the right visibility across that. So with Cloudera, we're providing that within one platform with the support of NVIDIA. And lastly, one support, one throat to choke, if you will. So as you have issues with these applications that you're building that are very complex, that are requiring data from lots of locations, we are the one spot that you can come to, and we can offer you the support for that. So without further ado, we'll hop into a little bit of a demo of this service working. And all right, the video is playing. So you can see this is the model hub within the Cloudera AI inference service. We have a lot of these models that are available to us through NVIDIA that we can click and deploy. We're going to show how fast this is. So we'll select a registry that we're going to bring the model to. We'll select a model size that we want to bring in of that. And then we'll select an optimization. These have been provided from NVIDIA, so we know how to be able to deploy them within the right environment. And then we just give it a name. After we go through all that, we import the model in, and now it's available to be set up as an endpoint within our environment. So we can see create endpoint. All we're doing now is we're selecting that same environment that we said that we wanted to add the model to. We have the name. We're going to select the model that the name that we gave it. Select a version. This is the first time we're building the model, so there's only one version. And then we're giving an instance type. This has been provided by NVIDIA to know exactly which instance to use for this model. We choose amount of CPU and GPU and memory for it, and then we can set up auto scaling. You can go down to 0 with this. You can go up to as many instances as you want with it. Depends on how much money you have really at the end of the day. Once we go through that, we now have the endpoint up and running. We can see, we'd be able to see any inferences that are coming through this, be able to see like time to first token and things like that. But now we're going to show how you can set up and use it with the SQL AI Assistant within Cloudera. The SQL AI Assistant gives you the ability within Hue to be able to generate, edit, explain, optimize, fix, or comment any of your code. So if you want to set this up to work with your own hosted model within this, all you have to do is go grab the model name, put that within the settings of the model name in the configuration file for the AI Assistant, and also go grab the base URL from the endpoint as well. Just copy that, put it in there, and now we have the SQL AI Assistant that's not going externally to our organization to be able to get the information that it needs. So when we want to do something like go in and we want to be able to write code, but we don't know exactly the SQL that we want to write for it in this natural language of SQL use case, we can use the generate functionality of that. We can ask how many titles were added to Netflix each year and be able to get an answer from that. So when we ask the model, this is going out, it's using the model within the AI inference service. It's giving the answer to that, giving us a query. We can see the assumptions that it's making about the query that you listed. It's using metadata actually that we have stored within Cloudera, within Hue, and we can insert that directly within Hue in order to get an answer to the query. So you can see that this runs now that we have answers to that. And there's lots of different functionality within this AI assistant. We can edit existing queries, we can ask it to add in comments to that to make it very easy for us to be able to work with our code. So that's mainly what we had to share today about the AI assistant. We'd like to be able to invite you all to come and see how Cloudera AI Assistants, how that AI inference service actually helped in empowering humanitarian aid. This is at 3 o'clock at our booth, and we'll be able to answer questions about that further. As well, if you have any other questions, Judy and I will be staying here longer after, so feel free to come up and talk to us. We have our Cloudera booth and the NVIDIA booth, so happy to be able to talk with you there today. And that's all.